Hi everyone, welcome again to another episode, a really interesting episode of performance evaluation. Today this is the France team and these are the winners. Mirow Kirwa and Lyost Hedra. That's the names. And these two guys are, I think, using Mirow is using the classical skin. And Hedra is also the same one. Basically, what I want to say is that, well, there is one more team. Let's watch the attack. Zwidzi was already knocked. Oh my god, look at this. Was it that Zwidzi I'm thinking of? The winner of the tournament? I need to look the replay, guys. I need to look the replay once more. So, 2 kills on Hedra. No, wait. Let me rewind, guys. Really, let me rewind. Come on. I'm sorry. I need to rewind this. Was it Patrick and I would switch to Hedra? Okay. Let's go up. Interesting replay. Interesting. Yeah. Today you will have a little bit more thoughts from my side about battles in this. So let me do this one. Let me just watch. So he picks a Havoc and a Pump. Okay, and the first. Couple of shots. It's Zwidzi, not Zwidzi, but Zwidzi. Okay, that's a different guy. For sure. And let's see who would be killed second. Yeah, that's a good idea to have some kind of a... Okay. And Zudrik. Okay, not Putrik, but Zudrik and Zwidzi. I'm not sure if these guys are joking. I need to check. I think it's just a fun. It's a thing for the fun. Okay, while they would be looted, what I wanted just to say, a couple of things. First of all, there is no yet any zero build replays. I think only Fill Cup is coming, and then only in a week there would be zero build. So what I would be posting here and learning, it would be the builds mod. So yeah, simple as that. Let's learn how the build mod is right now play. There are differences, but there are also similarities, and on the similarities you can also learn. That's one. And second, what I wanted to say is that actually what makes it as a great player, as a great duo and a great player. I'm thinking a lot about this because, well, first of all, I'm learning myself. And I have some kind of observation. So, this game is a shooter game. This game is about surviving and of course about duels, about killing, right? And imagine it's you in this real battlefield. Imagine this is you looting, this is you making a decision whether I should attack or how should I rotate or how I should defend myself. So thinking about this behavior, actually you would be much more accurate, you would much more be careful of what you are doing, right? So I think this is one of the abilities of a truly leader in this game is really the winner, or the person who is close and closer statistically to winning, who is growing, is actually to be very careful. It doesn't mean you don't attack, it doesn't mean you always hide, of course not. If you're a great player, you have very decent aiming, you can win a duel easily, especially in the zero build mode, right? But you also constantly know how to risk and how not to risk, like especially in the situation where you should risk, whether it's worth risking, whether what you can gain as a result is worth risking, and where in such a case you should not attack, you should really retreat and should continue the mission, because the most important is not the killing but the win, right? So yeah, you could say, well, qualification games is not about the wins, they are about the kills. Right, that's true. But at the same time, the more you go up, the more teams die, right? So, and if you are careful, then basically the more points you will get. So killing 2-3 guys and then suddenly dying because you don't manage your risk, your rotation risk or your attacking risk, sorry, you will never qualify. And that's actually my learning in my current participation in championship, because going in the attack so easily in attack mode doesn't really help. You would be third-parted. So playing, another thing to say, playing with the very strong players is the way to go up. Not only watching replays, that's what is my channel for, right? We are watching replays, we are learning from them, we are learning how the winners are playing, yeah? So not the live streams, but I mean the videos I'm uploading. So this is very, very crucial, you know, to watch the replays. But it's also very, very crucial to learn, I mean, probably all of you learning, right? You go into the aim training or different games where you make your aim very, very solid, where you can just snipe people from all over the distances. It's another key ingredient, right? So when you're already a very, very decent player with the aim, you're not afraid to engage in fights and you win in these fights. Still, it doesn't mean that you are like absolutely like, I don't know, how to say, that you have indefinite health and you are just playing as an arcade game. It's not an arcade game, that's the whole point. It's really a very interesting game, both build and zero build mode, where in a way it's a smart survival game. It's also a little bit like a how you call it, active strategy game, where it's not like just a strategy itself, but where you, well, you must plan a lot of the things and you must think about them. Another key ingredient to winning the games is perfect knowledge of the map. Not only having a plan where you go, where you rotate, and then you know not always the best way is a straight line. Sometimes you need to use some kind of curves, right, to manage the risk. So looking at this game right now, guys are looting and just going straight. They already have 107 points. It's not the best performance qualification points, keeping in mind they already played, I think, 5 or 6 games. That's not a lot. I think that's their game number 5. Yeah, they played 4 games. Okay, so at this moment we came to the antenna, where it's very, very key thing to take the... Look, these guys are waiting, and I'm not sure why he decided not to. He decided not to push. I think it's absolutely crucial to kill them using the... okay, that's not a very strong rifle he has to get a lot of the kills. Yeah, that's a good one. Knocked. Lyost. So, keeping in mind, we speak about the environment where majority of players are like what? They are not very yet experienced in life and not experienced in many games. That's the key thing that can be your advantage. Yeah, to win in the game, not to be very much a pusher or aggressive player who is like, you know, try to kill everyone. Yes, at certain moment it really helps to put some guys at worry, and then they make more mistakes when they worry, when they retreat and you shoot their back. It could be, but at the same time it's about also, well, as I said, learning to do the right movements in the right moment on time. Sometimes it's the right moment to go forward, but sometimes it's the right moment to retreat, to go backwards, or to go in the curve and say, yeah, let's not push it, because it doesn't give you what it gives you. You are risking to get this kill, but what this kill really gives you, what advantage it gives you for the end game. And that's what we would be looking a lot. And also, as you can guess, you can ask me, how do I select the players? At this moment where my channel is and when I'm learning myself, I select the players which are the winners, of course, and also quite often the well-known names. Okay, this C4 is used to break the walls. That's clear. Right, interesting thing. I think the guys then prefer to drop it, you see, than to break the walls, but also break the Sometimes in zero build break the bunkers, what I saw already. So it's like an explosive grenades. That's a cool thing to do, by the way. Cool thing to do. Yeah, so that was my some kind of speech about the leadership, speech about at the point where you already became pretty good shooter, right? At the point where you can already do the very, very good shooting with the shotgun, you know how to pick, you're pretty accurate with the shooting with your MK and other stuff. What is but still the winning doesn't come, what else to do? And that's my recommendation to you, really. Imagine you are in real life, call it a war, call it a battle royale, where it's really your life. It's really, you can be injured or you can be knocked. Okay, maybe not killed, but knocked, and you're out of the game. What would be your behavior? How differently it would be comparing to the game behavior? And try to play with this mentality that is it really worth risking now my whole well-being, my whole health, let's say, and what can I gain? Is it really I'm risking it? So I put this on my, you know, like I invest all my, let's say, health, and then what I get? Do I get a win or I just get one kill and then I'm knocked? I'm actually left. So in every period of your advancement, if you're a junior player or if you're very, very just a beginner player, it's a different things needed comparing to the when you're already some kind in your middle path. Yeah. There was a guy there on the rock going up, by the way. Yeah, so that's really, really important. Keep this in mind. So in the build now, as you see, the guys are just what?